Hello.
Hello, hello. Are we live?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
All right. Oh my gosh.
So excited.
I am ready for this.
Yes. I just finished the chapters 40 minutes ago and I'm flipping out. That was the most it was so good. I feel like everything about it was, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to find out what's going on. Hello, Mika.
Hey,
Hi.
Mika.
And hello to Ro as well. How are
Hello,
you?
Ro as well.
Mhm. Okay. What are we thinking? That's I know, the other people who are reading you with this, Christina isn't here yet, but what are we thinking about? I don't know, about that ending, about the ending of what we read. Because we read some over the break. Mary doesn't know this. We read some over the break, over the last couple of days, and yeah.
No, are you reading this? Are you reading
No.
Salty Broom? No, she's not. Okay. All right.
No. She doesn't read books
Are
like
you
this.
caught up? Are you finished? Are you where are you? Okay. She's like, I haven't read the book.
Yeah. So what are we that was just I was so happy when she got, I mean, this might sound bad because it's a bad situation, but when she got there and he was sick in bed and had realized, I know it might sound weird that I was talking about that, but it was so okay, everything's gonna be fine. It was not as in
Everything's gonna be fine.
no, it was more I was more okay, we're not gonna have to deal with more turmoil over him being you need to leave and all this stuff. Him being help me, God. You know what I mean? It was we're done. He's on her side. They're on each other's side. They're gonna fight. He's gonna want to banish her, all this stuff,
He didn't have
whatever.
any choice. He's mostly dead.
Yeah. That's my point.
So what did you think about the fact that he kicked her out, kicked everybody out?
I was expecting that. I was not expecting that to happen, but I think that was a third act breakup kind of romance book thing. Being okay, he's gonna send her away and she's gonna live in, she's gonna go back home. And that's why I liked him being sick in bed. Not actually liked it, but
Yeah, it's ha ha ha, moron.
yeah.
Thinking you
But
can
also
be the big hero. Huh.
But that's a very common thing in romance, is a third act breakup.
Dude, that's a very common thing in the real world. The men are oh, I'm gonna take care of this. Go away. I will protect you, little girl. Yes.
Okay,
Right?
okay, so you are at Elixir. Okay.
Oh,
yes.
okay. So wait, what's elixir?
Elixir, I think, is the
Happens
chapter.
right before elixir. Okay.
Okay, so you have one more chapter. You have so I know I am alive, which I believe are they kissing in the scene? Is that what's happening? There's some kissing going on at the beginning of this chapter. I do believe that. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you are just at the point then where she's getting back to the house.
No, I think elixir is when she gives him the elixir. When she gives him the blood, her blood? No? Yes? Let me play a little clip of the audiobook and see what happens.
Because at the end of the book, at the end of whatever chapters before elixir, she's having the coach guy carry her bags to the cottage.
Yeah, but she gets to the cottage and then she gets him. She just gave him the elixir. So this is where he's starting to actually get better before what happens
At the end of elixir.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
So,
at the end. She just finished elixir. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Behind
one. So what are we thinking, right? I don't know. What I meant by that, I don't mean that I'm glad that he was sick. What I meant was
I'm glad he was sick. It serves him right.
Yeah, yes. But also I'm glad that he's okay, fine, I love you, we're gonna be together. Basically that, okay, fine. I'm on your side. We're not gonna fight. There's not gonna be more conflicts, confusion, third act breakup, whatever you want to call it, right? There's no more of that. It's just, okay, we're gonna fight together. And that's what I wanted, and that's what I'm happy is happening.
And by the way, it's been 4 days.
Yeah. which is
They
insane.
knew each other for 4 days.
She was like, I met my mom yesterday now. You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Seriously.
It's like, what do you mean you met your
But
mom?
it seems like 3 weeks or so, but yeah. It's been 4 days. So much has happened.
I'm honestly, after what I read, I'm thinking it's gonna be 5 stars.
Yeah. So remind me again, this elixir is the one that she made that had her blood in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The one where she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but like, I think I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was perfect because I thought that what he was gonna need was her kissing him. I thought that like a kiss was gonna. I was like, that's stupid. Like that's unnecessary and stupid.
Right.
So I liked that it was a callback to the like original thing. I
Yeah.
liked that. Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
Let's go through the comments we skipped over. Okay. I'm reading 2 books today. Switching between Permed to Death and Come Home to Deep River. We're gonna be buddy reading that one, me and Ro. So yes,
Come home to deep river.
yes, yeah. I'm gonna be starting that I guess today. Then, I'm excited to hear you guys talk about the book now. Yeah,
This is a good book. I feel like, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to end. Things could go badly at the end, but I think this is like a 5-star. I would recommend this to people.
absolutely, yeah. And it's very like I think it could be even deemed as like a cozy fantasy or just like a cozy book, like a cozy, not a cozy romance, but just like it has those cozy kind of like chill elements. It's not. It's dark. It talks about like grief and like death and like et cetera, et cetera. But it's also like it's like very relaxing and very nice.
Do you still think somebody's being possessed?
No, I
Oh,
think, I
okay.
think that we know what's happening. I don't. I guess yeah. Christina would know too as well. Like it's she's a bot. Like she's risen from the grave, which Mika did predict, right? I think Mika predicted that. Said she's undead.
Yeah, Mika said she's the undead.
Yeah.
And so Mr. B is her father?
Yeah. That was kind of confirmed, I guess.
Yeah, totally confirmed.
Yeah. Also,
Weird.
I just feel like I don't know. I don't understand why she isn't like. I guess she has more better things to worry about. I'm like, why are you not like? Why do you care about these people? Like, I don't know. Like, where like you just forgive and forget that like all this stuff happened and like Mr. Bean mean to you your whole life and like told you were like worthless and like kept her mom's like lock of hair from her this whole time.
And I don't think he's given her the money that Rochester gave her. Did he ever give her the money that Rochester gave her?
Very reluctantly. I think that he did.
When she was leaving, he gave her the money.
I guess, yeah. At some point he like I don't know. I don't know when, but
I don't know.
I just felt like it was very like I don't know.
I feel like that whole her dad storyline was unnecessary.
Yeah. I guess the mom part has been a little bit interesting, but it has added to the story, but the dad part not really.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know,
I
the
don't
mom
like the
part
mom
has
part.
added that much.
I,
Like, but I guess if they were gonna make her like half fairy or whatever,
yeah. I think that
something, I don't know. But I don't know why they had to make her half fairy.
yeah, because
That's
it hasn't done anything yet. Like we haven't like she has like she can do that fire thing, but like she didn't question why she can do that.
because she's a witch.
Yeah, but like can all witches like summon fire in their hand?
I don't
Like
know enough about it. I don't know. I never
exactly.
knew.
I'm just kind of questioning that. Let me see. By my love, I will save you by my love. I will save you. So let it be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's all madly in love for sure.
they both are in it. And I like that she was like, I love him, I'm going back. And I think that that's what like we see her once she goes back to her school. What's it called?
I can't remember.
Once she goes back to her school,
Lowood.
she
Lowood.
lowered. Once she goes back to Lowered, she's very like meek and like kind of like oh like whatever. Like she's not as like strong and empowered. I think it's interesting how we really didn't see her act like that. We really like we've only seen this version of her that's at his house, and we've only really seen that version. We haven't seen the version who is like been living it lowered and like, like letting Mr. B like walk all over her until really now.
What was it that made her go, forget it, I'm going back? I can't remember because I read it on Saturday. I can't remember what made
Okay.
her like change her mind once she got to Lowood and she was like, forget it, I'm going back. I'm going back for him.
I feel like the independence of it, like the kind of like I should be able to also realizing she loved him. Realize, okay, this was the main thing. She has a dream that he is going to be murdered.
Oh,
And
yes,
she's like,
correct.
he's going to get
There's
hurt.
so many dreams in this
Yeah.
book. I can't
He's
keep
gonna
them all.
he's gonna get hurt. I need to trust my instincts, which is I need to trust my instincts. I need to go back there. I need to stop letting people control me and walk all over me. And then her friend is like, if you love him and he loves you, you're not employer like imbalanced. You're equal because
Not
you're
anymore. I fired her. She's not
yeah.
his employee anymore.
Yeah.
She got fired.
You just started it. Okay. Let me know how you're like message me. Let me know how you're liking it. Well, when I said in the beginning, yeah, she might be a zombie. I didn't think that would actually be true. Yeah, I'm like,
right, Nika.
because if she's a zombie, does she have like magical like? Oh, you did say she might be a zombie. Wait, you're joking, yeah. But does she have like magical powers? Like, did he? My question is like, did Poole like summon her from the grave? Did Poole like do magic to like pull her from the grave? Is he? Here's something that what?
Is
Good.
he a witch?
Good question. Probably if he's summoning people from the grave. Also, that like
You think did he summon her from the grave?
I'm
think he
thinking he summoned her from the grave
I
with
think he did
magic.
something. Or they something in that poison garden.
Yes, I also I guess the possession. I don't agree. I don't think that's possession anymore. But I think that there might be some like zombie controlling like powers there. You know what I mean? Like I summoned you from the grave. I'm going to kind of use you for what I want to use you for magically.
Dr. Poole is going to use her.
Yes. Dr. Bill's gonna use Antoinette. Like I'm summoning from the grave, which means I'm kind of like it's not that's just your body. I'm kind of just using you for what I want to use you for.
Decaying body.
Yeah. Which is disturbing.
Gross.
And I don't know. We also found out that Antoinette is 18.
Yes. Yes.
No, I thought she was 16 the whole time, but yeah.
16, 18,
As an 18-year-old, I feel like there is a difference.
Mika called it.
If I read fantasy, I would be in.
I don't read fantasy, and I still am loving it. Yeah.
I don't read. Very rarely read magical books. Maybe occasionally like a Nora Roberts one, but no. And I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. In the original story, she returns as okay.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. So wait, this actually so like the like she returns this happens in the original story too, where he's like injured and she leaves him and then comes back and he's like dying.
Wow. I don't know if he's dying, alone and disfigured. You can live a long time being disfigured and alone.
Yeah, maybe not dying, but like injured. Like he's sickly. He's not doing well. I assumed that probably wasn't even a part of the original story because it's crazy that like she leaves him on back.
Yes.
It was confirmed. Yeah.
He is the father. He is the father. Yeah, that's kind of weird to me. Like, unless something's going to come up and like, I don't know, something else happened at that fertility festival. I don't know.
I think that the way he was acting was supposed to confirm it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's, I wrote down, I was like, oh, so Mr. B is the father.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe he wanted it for himself to remember. The money was not in yet. I guess, yeah, maybe so, like, he didn't give her the money yet. He just, like, said that he was gonna give her the money and, like,
Oh,
put it in a letter maybe.
all
I
right.
don't know.
So
But
wait,
it's
you think he was in love with the mother, the tree mother, the fairy mother, and that's why he kept her hair? Wait, does the tree mother
oh,
have
oh,
hair?
that's what okay, yeah, that's what okay, I thought about the money. You're talking about the hair. Okay.
He wanted it for oh, yeah, to remember the mother, to
Mhm.
remember their one night of passion?
I I thought so. That's what I thought it was. And I'm
Huh.
like, girl, who cares? Just I feel like I wish she would have given it back to him as like just like keep it. Like I met her. Like just I wish she would have
I'll
given
get a hair from her the next time I see her.
it back. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, but it shows some care. Yes, that when she left this time, he definitely did. If he wanted to, if he would have admitted it before, yes, she would have left. She would have lost his position.
Yeah, he couldn't be the headmaster.
Yes, he would have lost. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was reading that weirdly. If he would have missed admitted it. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? If he would have admitted it, I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, so if he would have done that, then it would have been like, you can't, he wouldn't have been allowed to been around her probably because he would have,
He would have
they,
had to be around her. He's her freaking father. He would have had to raise her. They would have forced him.
oh yeah, true. I mean, yeah, but, I,
Yes. If they can force people to do anything, but yeah,
yeah, mm, agreed. Yes, she definitely we needed that, like,
for
the
sure.
counseling. Yes.
She needed someone to give her the pep talk.
Yes, because that's the only reason why she came back, right? And that's the only reason why she really got herself to like decide to come back, other than the dream. But like the dream was like talk to her afterwards and be like, yeah, you're coming back. Mhm. So in the tea glass, in the tea leaf cup before she left, there was
Yeah,
an upside down A, and
for
I was thinking
Antoinette.
maybe like for like Antoinette being corrupted. That's how I took it.
Oh, and that
That's what I
he had
took.
something to do with it, or he knew something about it. Like he knew something
Yeah,
about Antoinette that he was not sharing.
yeah. Hey Vanessa, how are you doing? We're gonna talk spoilers, but you can stay and read. Um, yes, absolutely yes. Say hi.
Hi,
Say
hi,
yeah.
hi, Vanessa.
Um, she also realized that Mr. R gave her the money because he believed in her and wanted her to be self-sufficient, not relying on lowered. Yes. And I think that's why, and I think that's interesting that like he she immediately knew why he was sending her away, right? That like, and he knew like they both said it to each other, and that's what I liked was like he was like, I'm sending you away because I know it wasn't like he was sending her away and being like, oh, I hate you. He was pretending to dislike her. No, he was like, I'm sending you away because I love you and every woman in my life dies.
Yeah, I'm like so tired of the hero. Like, let me save your life. I love you, I love you, I love you, but you have to go away and never see me again because like you're gonna die
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
everyone around me dies. And I'm like, I hate that.
I
I
do.
think that is so I'm
Yeah.
like, just come on.
Yeah. And like the fact that like he left, so he left, she left, he made her leave, and then immediately Poole was like, I'm out. Like, I'm out and done. And just like never did a single thing. And like it just doesn't make like it just
Like I don't know what's going on with Poole and the undead. It's
yeah, because
gross. It's gross. Are they
it
cavorting?
is
Oh my god. Ugh.
and like the what
I can't even.
it's
Why
even grosser.
with the undead? And like just leave Mr. Rochester to die. It's just weird to me.
And it's like they're in the house. Like the two of them
Yes,
like in
Rob,
the house. Like
what are they
it was
doing in the house?
when they were walking down the steps, it was like the thunderstorm. And so like any of our noises that we're making as I'm getting him out of this house will be covered up by the thunderstorm. But it's also good because we can't hear any of the noises they're making.
I'm like, what kind of noises are they making? She's a zombie. She's
I'm glad I didn't read that wrong.
Parts of her falling off or something. Gross. Gross. Gross.
She is a zombie. Yes, she is.
A zombie. Oh my God.
Summoning people from the grave is a necromancer. Yes, yes. We were talking about that earlier too. We were talking about that before, right?
Yes, somebody did say that before.
Yes. So maybe he's not like a witch or something like that. Maybe he's a necromancer. Maybe that's why he's always like, maybe he's doing stuff in like that herb garden to like get things to like preserve her body or something like that.
Well, he didn't even know how to summon her from the grave if he wasn't
I don't know.
Something.
I
Common knowledge how to summon from the grave.
I guess. Doc, yeah, he's still in love with her. Yes. I don't think he wanted to use her. Okay. Just be with her. They were in love before the marriage, and her dad. Okay, that's not I don't know if that's entirely true, because I thought that they said that she didn't like him back.
I don't think she was in love with him back.
Yeah.
But he was definitely in love with her.
Yes. If Mr. Poole is Mr. Poole older than, or Poole, is he older than, how old is he compared, like Rochester? Like, if he's been her doctor for years and she didn't like him back.
But he hasn't been her doctor for years.
Wasn't he though? I thought he was a doctor.
There was something about he couldn't have been her doctor for like he was her family doctor, but he couldn't have been her family doctor for very long because he wasn't very old.
Okay.
Like I remember something about that, but I don't know how old he was. I got the sense that he was maybe just a few years older than her, but not as old as Rochester.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that because I thought that, because Rochester, I don't think this is in a part that would be spoiling to what Christina read, but he says like if she had loved him, then like he wouldn't have, like, she was dying, she was sick, she was so sick, he wouldn't have been like sending her doctor away because they had feelings for each other. I just don't think she loved him. I don't think she had feelings for him. It seemed like that was all, from what we can tell, it was all like unwanted. I don't know, at least the way I see it. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
How does he lose an eye and a hand?
That's a really good question. I mean, the descriptions of like the wounds are gross in this one, like pretty, like his head and like that. It's pretty nasty, but that's even worse. In the original, he's injured by his wife too.
Oh.
Okay. Here he goes.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Okay. He loses a hand and an eye, and just no one's helping him. Well, I guess, he's probably close to death if no one's helping him there. Oh my gosh. Okay. He wanted to keep the braid so that he could remember the money was not ready yet. Yeah. Okay. I think that you should have given it back to him, because I just don't think it makes, like, who cares? Like, dude, just keep the freaking braid. No one cares.
Locks of hair back in the day was a very big thing.
Yes. Like her mom stole a couple pieces of her hair. She may give it back to him. Yes, true.
Well, that's true. We're not done with the book yet. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll go back before the end of the book, hopefully. He would have lost his position. Yes. He would have lost his position at the school. True. Mrs. R could not be undead. Okay. But turned malevolent fae. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that, so I don't know
anything about this either. I feel like Christina is our expert on the magical world of fears and that.
I in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, there are I guess three characters that get turned into fairies. One by dying, and two by being dunked into a cauldron, which is a god. I'm not totally sure how that works. So like, you know, I don't know how a dead person gets turned into a fae. I don't.
I don't know, but it makes sense. She could be.
She could be, I guess. Maybe I should go back to my theory that she was a dryad. Okay. Who is dying? Oh, that. Ooh, that is a good. That is so a good theory because she is dying. Like her body is decomposing. So like, could she be? Is that how she's still alive? Because she's slightly magical and she can have that kind of like. See, when she pushes her with the stick, right? When she does that, I'm like, she could maybe be like in my head, like I didn't think, okay, she's a zombie or she's a dryad.
Right.
I thought she's a ghost that is corporeal. Like she's harnessed powers to have a body again.
Right. Like it never, I don't know why I thought she had a physical body, like as a ghost. It didn't even strike me as like
Yeah.
weird that I get in my mind. I never thought, oh, the staff is going to go right through her. Because why would you throw the staff if it's just going to go right through her?
Yeah.
Not stop her, right? So, yeah, I thought she was like a ghost that had a body, but I guess that's not a ghost. That's a zombie, or that's the undead. I don't know. Yeah.
Um. Doc said he was. I don't know the word.
Yes, he dabbled. Yes, I think
Dabbled. Okay.
when he was trying to save her, maybe he like gave her some weird potion that like, yeah, poison.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, maybe.
Their potion that made her appear dead. Now she is free to be whatever she wants.
Or it was a person that really did kill her, but then like made her rise from the dead. I don't know, a year later or whenever she rose from the dead. Like Sleeping Beauty or something. It kills you for a year and then you like claw your way out of the grave a year later. I don't know.
I feel like it's like I feel like I want to believe that she is good, right? Like apparently in the original she's okay, not her now, but I feel like in the original, from what they're saying, she was an evil person. She was a mean person. But I feel like what we're getting in this story, she was not an evil person. She was a very kind person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to believe that she's good, and now this is either like a corrupted spirit, a sad spirit, or some sort of
maybe she is possessed by I don't know who she's possessed by, but
say what you want to say it.
The picture, the painting, the woman in the painting.
This is a good idea. Oh my gosh.
Maybe,
See,
I don't remember who that woman was or like what her story was, but there was like going to be something about her because like there was this whole big deal about the woman in the painting.
She was Rochester's like great grandmother or grandmother or something like that because they met him. She met him when he was a child, right?
I honestly cannot remember.
I think I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what it was. So like that's actually a really interesting theory. It'd be cool if that got wrapped back into her a little bit and we got more about her because
I know. I feel like I need to get we'll see what happens. We may never hear from her again. So I don't want to get too into her.
I feel like I don't know. In the OG he was oh my gosh.
Lost his line of fire. Oof.
That's disgusting. Said by the wife. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, the wife was evil.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So it's not like a typical ghost, you're saying.
Christina does know all about this stuff.
Okay.
Poltergeist and fairies. And she knows it all.
But couldn't she be a poltergeist? Like, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. Okay. They just said there was a funeral, that didn't mean she was really dead. She may have just appeared so, and now she was crazy, and now she's just crazy, and so she looks this way. So
But
many
is it
theories.
decomposing? I feel
I
like dead. I don't know. Anyway, yes, so many theories.
I
So who do you think is at the door? Who's
I
right
think
on the door?
it's
Oh,
Paul,
wait,
or
we're
it's
not there yet. Christina's not there
okay.
yet.
Never mind. What door? No doors. There are no doors, and no one's at them. So we have one more chapter to read to get what am I saying? To get Christina to be caught up, which is So I Know I Am Alive, which is a sleigh chapter, and then Bam is chapter we're at. Oh my gosh, I can't. So my theory, I think that it's going to be some sort of zombie, some sort of like, I don't think she's a spirit. I don't think she's alive. I think she's a poltergeist. No, wrong word. Didn't mean that. I think she's a zombie, or she is risen from the grave in some way. Or maybe, yes, I think something like that. I think Paul did it. That's what I'm gonna set on, at least right now. That's what I think right now.
All right.
What
I
about you?
don't think Poole did it. I kind of feel like it might be Christina's theory about he was doing some kind of potion or whatever and he screwed it up.
Yeah, I think it could be accidental or on purpose. I don't know which one, but I do think Poole was the cause of her death and her
It's
being.
accidental because Poole strikes me as like a fool.
Yeah.
Like just a complete fool.
Okay.
He doesn't seem very like conniving or whatever. He just seems like
Yeah.
bumbling around. He was in love with this girl that didn't love him back, and then she was dying and he couldn't save her, but he didn't want her to really go to the doctor in case like she never came back and he never saw her again. And yeah, he's just sort of like a lovesick fool.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like somehow she's using him.
Okay.
I think he's getting dragged along at this point, which is why I think Christina's theory about like he screwed up the spell or whatever it was. He screwed it up because he thought he was trying to save her, but he really gave her this like elixir that, like, I don't know if she died and then came back to life a year later. I don't know. But I feel like now Mrs. Rochester is using him and he's just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm back with the love of my life and we're making noises in the library.
I think the opposite. I think that whether he intended to kill her or not, I think that he brought her back on purpose to be like, I'm going to have her. She's mine now. And now he's controlling her and making her do things. That's what I'm thinking.
Why? What's like his end game? What's the end game?
I think that him being like a bumbling, like lovesick idiot, or whatever you want to call him, is making him do crazy things to have her. And that's really it. Ugh. I don't think she likes him. I don't think she loves him. I think she was like, oh, you're my friend. You're my doctor. I've known you since I was, a little bit younger, but I don't have romantic feelings for you. And he was like, I'm going to kill you. And like, possibly make him a puppet. Or maybe accidental killing with some, try to make her a little weaker. I think he probably killed her on accident on purpose. So we're going to see how these two theories play out. None of us will probably be right.
All right. So what should we read? How much is left to the end? Should we read to the end?
Okay, so if we include Christina's chapter, right?
Yeah.
Don't play that audibly aloud. And I go to 1.5. Is that what Christina's listening at, or is it 1? We have 50 minutes left of the book.
15 minutes left?
50.
Oh, 50. Okay. I was like, what?
If I'm listening on
what is going to happen here in 15 minutes? No, 50.
If I'm listening on my speed, I have 30 minutes left of the book on Christina's chapter and 20 minutes at our chapter. We could, I guess maybe, I don't know.
So
I think
if we do
2 chapters.
So I Know I'm Alive and Them.
Yeah.
That leaves us. The problem is we don't know when it all ties together. Like when.
Yeah.
Right. We don't know we don't know what we don't know. So yeah, maybe we read 2 chapters and Christina reads, wait, there's only 3 chapters left. So I know I'm alive, them, this romantic
Plus,
fantasy.
yeah, plus the I kind of want to read. Should we read 1 chapter for us but 2 chapters for Christina? Or
So stop after so I know I'm alive.
no, because that would be none for us. So stop after them.
Right. I don't know where we are. Stop after them.
Yeah, so read them, finish that, and then
Yeah, let's
yeah.
do that.
Oh, wait. And then we can read the last chapter and then the epilogue in one go, and like hopefully it's like nice and romantic and sweet. Okay. I have to edit this banner because I did edit it, but I have to just kind of remove one part. Read. I should probably keep that quote there, shouldn't I?
We're making noises. I know, it's
I know.
gross.
Nasty.
He's decomposing.
Oh,
Gross.
okay. There we go. That is our banner there. It is okay. Hold on, wait. It is extremely disgusting. It very much is. My house smells like bacon.
Oh.
The cottage smells like bacon as well. We're making that little bacon stew she's making. Could it be possession? That's what I was thinking. Maybe make her body reanimate. That's kind of what I was thinking, was like he reanimated her body with an evil spirit, or kind of himself in a way, kind of like he wanted her to be alive, so she was alive and she is okay with anything he does because he created her again. That's what I was kind of thinking, like a version of that, kind of. My ebook says I'm on 235 of 75, so we have 50 more pages left. Whoa, I can't believe we're almost done.
I know, we are almost done. I cannot wait to see what happens here.
Yes. Sounds delicious.
Ro, where are you in the world?
California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
I am finishing The Fall. Okay.
Wow.
It's for my book club. Okay. Sounds good.
Interesting. That's like, I mean, that's a very literary book club you have.
I've never heard of this book. Yes, we're gonna be doing sprints. They're not gonna be as like strict, like 45, 30 minutes. It's gonna be more like we're gonna read a couple chapters, say done when we're done, the bit we're reading, and then talk some spoilers for a little bit. But you can absolutely stay and read your 30 pages. Hopefully you get to finish it soon. Ooh, Emily Wild's Map of Other Lands. Ooh, okay.
That sounds good, I think.
Yeah. Which I think I've heard. I think I've heard a baby one book in that. Not sure. Want to read that book? Okay.
Yes.
Really
Maybe
haven't heard of either.
that could be our next book.
I do want to talk about maybe our next book once we're done.
All right.
What we're doing. Okay. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's sprint.
All right. Fix your
So-
banner. Read 2 chapters.
We're
One
gonna read
chapter.
2 chapters. Once you're done, then them comment done. Okay.
Okay. Ready.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay.
We're done. We're done. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cannot. When you made that face and we're like, I was right, I thought you were referring to Paul not being evil, but you were referring to the painting.
The painting. Although I feel like I'm a little bit confused about like why, like who, like yes.
Okay. I feel like first we should talk about everything that happened before we get into theories, opinions, all the kind of stuff, because we need to go over all that craziness. I moved over there because I feel like I need to stand up and like pace around while I talk about this. But the lighting was awful and I couldn't see, and I was because the lighting was shining in my eyes. So, okay. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
the chapter starts out with someone knocking on the door. I was not expecting Paul to be asking for help, though that was him, and he was.
I thought it was going to be a trick.
Yes, I did as well. And that's why I really liked she put the salt. And that's when Mika said, we have a lot of comments here when they find it. Mika said, okay, I get the title now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Super far up. The comment has disappeared, I think. So yeah. Maybe it isn't. Yeah. Okay. So I might not be able to click on all of the comments. Anyway. Okay. So Paul is asking for help. And which I thought was surprising to me. And asking for help because Antoinette isn't Antoinette and he doesn't know what to do.
He does not know what to do. He is in over his head.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And he had feelings for Antoinette when he was her doctor, and he had feelings for her when they were at the place, but he would never do anything about it. Right?
Yes, but he thinks that I think he thinks that well, I don't know that he thinks it anymore, but I think when she was sick and when he was trying to help her and when he was raising her from the dead, I think he thought that she could have been into him.
Yeah.
If the circumstances had been different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess we don't have full on her feelings about it because it's an Antoinette and it hasn't been Antoinette since she came back to life. She died. That was her dying, obviously, but it isn't her anymore because
she's possessed.
She's possessed. I'm right. Okay, I may have been wrong about almost everything else about the story and every other plot twist, but I was right about calling possession.
Except I love what I was like, do you still think she's possessed? And you were like, no.
Okay, but
and then I started to think maybe she is, but who would be possessing her? Like, who's possessing her?
And I had brought up before, you mentioned it earlier, but you had also mentioned it, called it, right? I mean, we're talking about that, calling it, like you totally called it when you said it was the painting.
Well, yeah, it just like came into my head. I was like, who would be possessing her?
Yeah, and that's, I honestly,
I was like, well, wait a minute, there's that weird woman in the painting.
I did think it was her for a little bit here or there, but not that seriously. Okay, so he comes in, he said all that stuff, and he's like, help me. And then he's like, I really liked her, and I was sad that she died, and I came back to kind of feel her presence and kind of just like be where she lived and stuff like that. And then what happens next? And then he finds this on accident. He finds this grimoire, this book of spells.
Yeah.
And he finds a page that is about raising someone from the dead. And he does it.
And he's like, this sounds like a great idea. What could
awesome idea
go wrong?
And at first everything's fine, and then she starts to fall apart and act mean and do bad things, and he's just like, ah. Why didn't he? Okay, never mind. Not getting that yet. Not about that. And then it's pretty quickly like the 2 pages stuck together, and
yes.
Let me find the comment where Christina says that towards the end. Yeah, he's bumbling. He didn't see that. He didn't see the 2 pages stuck together.
Yeah.
So okay.
He was a little busy with the ghost of Christmas past.
Okay, so here's the part I'm a little bit confused with the curse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All that I understood. So so the witch that let's just say it's Rochester's that's the name, right? Rochester's grandmother. Let's say that's who the woman is.
Right. Or
Okay,
great-great-grandmother, something. She's somewhere out up
okay.
there.
Let's just call grandmother. Her
Okay.
stepdaughter, so she married into the family, is a witch,
Okay.
right?
I don't I don't know if she's a yes, 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 because she was like, didn't she get like
She
burned
was,
at the
yeah,
stake as a witch?
she was
I don't know
absolutely
whether
a
she
witch.
actually was a witch, but I think did
Was
they burn
Yeah, they did.
her?
And she
Okay.
was a witch, probably, right? And so
I
I
mean,
thought she was
I
a witch.
feel like a lot of people got burned that were not witches. I don't know.
I'm assuming she married into the Rochesters. And then, because that's what she would curse her own family, because she married into them, her stepdaughter is like, "You're a witch," and then gets her burned. And she puts a curse on every single female Rochester after that. That's why the mom, the daughter, and the wife died.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense to me.
I'm saying that's how I viewed it. I'm like, am I wrong about that? That's how I viewed it. And then they had to
I
do a
didn't know that it
special
was the
spell.
stepdaughter that turned her in. I forgot that part.
That's what they said at the end. And
Okay.
I don't know how true that. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But okay. So is that everything? And then they destroyed the grimoire and like destroyed the curse, hopefully.
Hopefully, but now somebody's at the door. Oh, no, the windows got busted out.
Oh, the windows got busted, which probably means that like the
Evil
help,
spirit
like,
is coming in.
yeah, that like there's no more protection on this cabin, and we're exposed to Mrs. Rochester and her possessive ways, or not Mrs. Rochester, exposed to Eleanor.
Yes, Eleanor Montague. Yes, 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 Eleanor Montague.
Okay, so let's kind of go through these comments. I'm not gonna be able to go through all of them because yeah. Do we even have a done comment from all of us? I don't think our done comments are still there up here. Oh no. Talking about that. The painting was
Wait,
right
no, how do you know about this?
because they were talking in the comments.
Oh. I was like, has Ro read this book?
No. They're saying that it was right. I was wondering if the painting would become relevant. I was as well. I thought it would be more like Okay, I also was thinking some of that Mr. Rochester would be magical. That could still be true. I think that maybe
Huh.
Mr. Rochester has some magical powers, or he at least has the sight. And I think also did his dad also have the sight too, or his mom did as well. Because did she marry into the family, or was she blood related? Did they have a child and then?
I mean, maybe the mom, because the mom wanted to go to that Midsummer's Night fertility festival.
Yeah.
So her mother was witch friendly. Whether she was a witch herself, who knows?
Yeah. Let me see if they're like, yeah, I don't like looking at this comments I missed here. Yeah, I think we're basically caught up to like the talking about comments in here.
Okay.
Like, on this thing, it's there. Not we're caught up. We're not nowhere near caught up, but on this thing
Okay.
is right. And we have so many more comments.
All right, I am ready for the comments.
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on with that. Okay, so they're talking about being being so surprised about this, like all this stuff happening, right?
Yeah.
In the book and painting, in the movie painting. Okay, so like you're talking about someone being trapped in the painting, like it's some sort of portal or something like that. I don't know.
Well, she ain't trapped anymore. She's
No.
alive.
uh, I found that when I read mysteries, my mind is racing. Yeah, I'm trying to I definitely have had that when reading mysteries, and my mind is going everywhere. But this book, we're going on some crazy theories.
Yeah.
Interesting. One thing is often true: don't trust a character's death. Okay. Are you trying to say that you don't think she's dead? Because I think Mrs. Rochester is dead and was brought back to life and possessed by, and that was the thing, right? Was
Yeah, that's
her
what I think.
body? Go ahead, sorry.
That's what I think too. I think she was definitely dead. I
Yeah.
mean, Poole saw her crawling out of the grave.
Yeah. And
That's pretty dead.
what Jane said was like her body's like hollow. Any spirit could possess it, and Eleanor was waiting to get to possess her, to possess someone.
I like her
Though,
wait to get her revenge.
yes, Also, girl, you got your revenge. You murdered a bunch of people. Like, um, in a okay. Also, she has magical powers. It's not that she's just like harming things and she's corporeal. She also is like summoning lightning.
Yes, and burning down all the trees.
Yeah.
And trying to kill Jane. And trying to kill, like, just trying to, yeah.
Though in a world with necromancy, you can't even trust it then, as in like when they're dead. Yeah. Necromancy is never good. Like in any fantastical setting, bringing someone back to life is always going to end absolutely horribly.
Yeah.
Did people not watch Charmed growing up and know that you shouldn't be doing this? Like, I guess not, but I feel like, I don't know.
True love doesn't pay attention to reason.
I was hoping it was the triad and the tree dying had something to do with that to be more fun. But I think it's pretty crazy. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, I would have liked that. But now it's a combining of the painting and necromancy. I like this. I like the possession. I like the painting. I think it makes sense with the story. We may have been a little bit wrong.
Everything together. It's all coming together here in the end.
It really, really is. Yes. In the spell that reminds the dead. Ooh.
Yes.
I've never seen that or read it.
Oh my gosh, this is a great movie. You have to watch it. It's really good. It's like one of my favorite movies. Practical Magic.
It's like a 90s, like, right?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock, Nicole Kidman. Oh gosh, what is that woman's name? I keep wanting to say Channing Tatum, but that's not. That's a boy, not a woman. Oh my God, I can't remember her name, but yeah, it's a great movie. You got to watch it. It's really good. But yes, they like do this. Do they raise the dead, or he's already raised and they're trying to put him back in the grave or something?
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's yeah.
Both my theories. I read so many mysteries. I didn't read a page of a book. Just listen and discuss. And that's what my brain came up with. You're just like completely right. You're just like, you just guess.
Oh yeah, she likes it too.
Wait. Yeah. Wait, it wasn't Mrs. R in the painting of the lady, and I was answering no. So when she's going into his room and like going into like his quarters for the first time, she sees a painting of Mrs. Rochester.
A painting of Antoinette Rochester?
No,
the older Montague, Eleanor Montague.
No, she sees a painting of Antoinette. Okay, sorry, never mind. Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But that's not the painting that we're talking about. Like, we do see a painting of her eventually, but it's not the painting of Eleanor Montague, which is Mr. Rochester's, I don't know, great grandmother. But the spirit that possessed the body is the old lady in the painting. Yes.
Yeah, the old one.
Yes, is Eleanor. Crap, I did not expect to be right. I don't think any of us expected to be right, to be honest. I was very surprised. The portrait of Eleanor Montague before they married the Rochesters was a witch. Yes, and I also think it is like she's an in-law. She's not blood related to them. At least at first wasn't.
Right. I don't think she's blood related.
Yeah. She was killed for witchcraft. Though she was an ancestor of the family. Yes. And that's why she did all the cursing. Yes. They betrayed her, so she put a curse on the family. Okay. We're caught up to when we came back.
Okay, done.
Sorry, my Kindle died. Oh my gosh. Hard to follow. Harder to follow. So I added thoughts as they come in. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Totally fine. Yeah. Definitely. It was good. I like seeing your thoughts as they came in. Was an ancestor who was killed for witchcraft. She was also the one who started the poison garden and left the book of spells. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's very clever with this, like, book of spells.
Yes. Where has she been? Like, has she just been like maybe like what Ro was saying, right? With like,
Dead. She's been burned at the stake as a witch.
yes, but like,
She's
has this
been
book of
dead,
spells? Has this book?
waiting for her chance.
Yes, but has this book of spells been just in the brick and mortar this whole time and like accidentally got knocked out, or
I guess
like
so, yeah.
has she been a spirit like haunting the halls, or has she been in the painting? Like, has she just been like there as a ghost?
I think she's just been ghosting whatever they do, whatever ghosts do when they're waiting for a body to come available. I don't know.
Um, yeah. Mm, when yes, Mrs. Rochester, he brought her body back to life, not her soul. Yes, her body was empty, and that's why she was able to just go in there. Yes. Because the true necromancer can control the dead, so he just brought her back, and then another soul. Yes, I was. That's what you were right with that. Where like she was like she was. He wasn't like puppet mastering her body. Someone else was. Not a direct ancestor. She did not have kids. I thought, yeah, okay. So there's no blood relation to her in the Rochesters. Um, yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. It was the same situation where Eleanor Montague needed to marry to keep the house in the family.
Mm-hmm.
So she married a Rochester to keep the house in the family,
Mm-hmm.
but she was not a Rochester,
No.
right?
Mm-hmm. They claim yes. They accused her of witchcraft, and claimed the estate. Yes. Okay, but the ancestors of. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It is her house,
Mm.
except women can't own anything, so
No.
it's not her house.
I didn't know that. What about like? I hope we find out something about like how the building of the house went. Because if she hides like a grimoire in the building, or like even like the little cottage, like how that's older, like maybe hopefully we get some of those loose ends tied up as well. Um, I guess yes. Just based on the conversation, you were able to figure everything out. We've been reading this for what, 3 weeks? By the way, when the pages were stuck together, it could be more of a spell. Okay, so maybe he couldn't. It could be more of a spell as he missed that part. There's a curse. Okay, so you're saying like you think he couldn't have noticed that they were stuck together?
She thinks maybe he's not an idiot, but I disagree. I think he is. I think he just was so excited about like bringing her back to life that he just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, maybe because they weren't meant for him. They were meant for only Rochesters. Yes, Mika, it is her house. Yeah. Mrs. Rochester was not brought back. Eleanor was brought back. Okay, so you think maybe in the process of awakening her body, he also awaked Eleanor's spirit. Is that what you're saying?
I think Eleanor's
Oh,
spirit has always been alive. Oh, she's dead.
okay. Dead, not dead, dead. I mean, we don't trust. Okay, we don't trust a character because they will not return. Okay. Do not trust that a character will not return. Okay. You see. Okay. Her body isn't. So her body is still dead. No, her body's alive. You're talking about.
Antoinette's body is alive.
Yes. And her soul is dead. Her soul is gone. Okay. I'm getting kind of confused now.
I don't know what her soul is, but yeah.
Mika, even if they weren't open pages, a smart person would not use a spell. Use the spell unless you could see the next page. True. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think a smart person would ever use the raising from the dead spell.
That is also true, yes. Uh-huh. And also, they basically just shined a light through it and were like, oh, there's something there. Like, he didn't. Okay. A smart person would not do bowling with yeah, you're right on that one.
Stockard Channing. Yes, yes, yes. That's her. Thank you,
Oh,
Christina. I was like Channing Tatum, but that's not him. Stockard. I couldn't think of it. Yes. Thank you, Christina. I love Stockard Channing.
I don't think I've ever. Maybe I've probably seen her before. I don't think I ever heard her name.
You would know her when you see her. You definitely would.
Yes, I tend to not know the name of an actor, but be able to recognize their face. Yes, I do want to kind of get into movies. I've been thinking about that.
I wish Practical Magic was on my Netflix. I would watch it tonight. Now that it's like fresh in my head to like watch it.
Maybe is it somewhere else? Like, is it maybe on Hulu or something like that?
It could be. I only have Netflix, so.
They rose. Okay.
Oh, they raise him. Oh, and then they're trying to put him back. I do remember, like,
Okay,
there's
Practical Magic. Okay.
in the movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I meant the person brought back. Okay, hold on a second. I meant the person brought back was not Mrs. Rochester. Was Lady Manning? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you think they brought Mrs. Rochester back? He is totally an idiot. Men tend to think with the wrong brain. No offense, any men watching. I would hope no offense taken because I mean you are right. I think the spell was a trap. It was never meant to. It was never meant to brought back the person that was trying to use. It was meant to brought back her.
I think you're right, Christina. I think this woman, Eleanor Montague, is like clever.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
I think she put the whole thing in motion, like just waiting for someone to
Use it.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're caught up on the comments.
Okay.
So do we have any more to say about what we read and what we think?
So what happens next? I mean, obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but I feel like at the end of the day, they have to banish the witch, right? They have to banish the ghost, but maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, I hope that happens. Do we trust Poole? I mean, not trust him as in like he's capable of doing proper things, but do we not think he's going to end up being bad or evil or?
I don't know. He might still be in. Well, he passed over the spell though, the salt.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably okay.
Okay.
Because the salt would have stopped him.
Okay. So are we anything else we need to say? I don't think there's anything else, right? Like, I think that, I don't know.
I think we got to see how it ends. And Diane West. Yes. Yes. So good. It's so good.
I think one of the reasons Jane was sent away was because of her mom. Okay, knew that they would need her later. Interesting.
I feel like the mom has sort of disappeared in this story now all of a sudden.
Well,
maybe in the end, maybe the mom saves her. Maybe the mom is the one that banishes Eleanor Montague.
Maybe. Because like the mom has a broken leg, right? And so she's just like laying over there and like hissing.
Very anticlimactic with the mom.
Yes.
Maybe the mom is gonna like turn back into the dryad and fight or something.
Maybe. And like you were saying. Maybe Jane. Jane's the only one who can do the curse. Yes, because she's the one who like broke what I thought was breaking the curse by like melting the book. Well, her mom's tree was hurt. True. I want there to be resolving on a lot of this stuff. I don't want there to be loose ends with like the mom and the tree and like the cabin. I want everything to be tidy. Hopefully.
I mean, we only have like a chapter and then an epilogue. Is that right?
Yeah. And I'm worried. That's why I'm saying that, is because I'm worried it's not gonna pan out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, a chapter and an epilogue. This is going to take us like 15 minutes to finish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, her magic has been weakened by
What
that.
weakens her magic? Who's
Are you
magic?
referring to the mom, or are you referring to Jane? Jane, because she did all that stuff, and like she used her spirit light to like break the curse or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it is interesting. Like Jane doesn't seem to ever get tired from her magic. Like it never seems to weaken her.
I mean, sometimes with her spirit light, right? She can't use it.
I feel like she's always been able to do whatever it is she was going to do. The
Yeah.
mom's magic.
Mm.
Oh, so maybe the mom can't. Yeah, the mom's magic is lower because she was hurt in the tree fire.
Do you have dogs?
No, but the neighbors do. Oh my God.
That sounds like fighting.
It does sound like fighting. It's dark. I can't see anything, but it's like scary.
Oh my god. We have like, we live in the middle of nowhere, so there are a lot of dogs. Like our neighbors have outside dogs who like live outside.
Oh gosh.
And sometimes they got a new dog, and that dog has attacked our dogs. Like, and it was like that kind of like fighting noise. One dog, like one of our dogs, totally fine. Then it happened again, and another one of our dogs actually got like bit up. And yeah, so hopefully no dogs are getting bit up outside right now.
I
Like
feel like,
Jane's light, like Harry Potter.
yes.
Okay, the mom. Okay, what was it back there?
Yeah.
Love. Maybe the sacrifice. Where we at? The mom's magic weakened her because of her tree. Mom's magic is weakened because the tree is hurt. Yes. Is Rochester human? It sounds like everyone. Yes. We don't know. I guess we don't really know if he's totally human yet. Because
He's totally human.
can people that aren't human have magical powers? I guess. Like, is a witch
Magical
human?
powers? If he does, why isn't he freaking using them?
Yeah, a witch is human or not, right? Like, is witch human?
A witch is human.
You might want to
Which one? That's like a little yippy dog, and then there was like the deep growly dog, and then there was another deep throated, deep voiced dog. But now everything's quiet. I don't know.
Hopefully everything's fine. He's a human with sight. He may have more, but he never wanted to have magic. Maybe. They not okay. They are not. Shall say. The witches that have magical powers. Yes, a witch is a human. I meant normal with no powers. I don't know. He has the sight. We know that, but we don't know anything else. He has some sight, at least. More like the real pagans. Magic is spells or fae. Okay. Saying. Okay, sorry. Saying. Yes. They are not saying the witches have magic powers in this. True. Most of the time they don't. I think Jane might be an exception because of her fairy ancestry. Okay. So we have one chapter left, and then we have an epilogue. Do we want to read? Do you want to just finish this book in the sprint? I mean, that's our really only option, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because the epilogue is 1 minute.
Epilogue is one page. It's it's one page.
Okay. So we're gonna read. We're gonna finish the book.
I think the epilogue says, "And they lived happily ever after." It's like one page.
Yeah, with the speed I'm on, the epilogue is going to be a little over. I think it's going to be about 30 seconds.
Yes. All right, this is going to be good. We'll see what the wind blows in.
Yes.
I think it's blowing at Eleanor Montague.
And then comment done. Okay. Reading Salt and Broom. Read to the end and then comment done. Save. Okay. Not like HP. More like Practical Magic-ish. Yes. Mm.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta.
they have 17 minutes. Okay.
Okay, 17 minutes. We will be done in 17 minutes.
Yes. Okay. So yes, I have 10 minutes left. Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Okay.
So comment done once you finish the book. Okay.
All right.
Reading. Okay. We are done. Yeah, for a second.
We're done.
Let me put my phone. Hold on. Okay. There we go.
We're done. I can't believe it.
Done. Oh my gosh. That was crazy, but also like very, very just like, okay, just kill
I
her.
know, kind of anticlimactic, right? The
Yeah.
big showdown is like not much of a showdown.
Yeah. Just say stuff like, just go, just leave us alone. And then
Yeah.
like hit her with a stick saying, leave us alone. And then eat cheese in a car on
And
the
then
car.
she does. She's like, okay, I guess I'll go.
Yeah. So I guess we really didn't get much wrapped up opposed to like all of the plot lines and her mom and her life and all that kind of stuff. Like we really didn't wrap that up. It certainly
I mean,
was.
they get married
They do get married and they have a child.
and they have a
And
child and live happily ever after, I guess.
her mom is in her life a little bit and she creates a school for witches, but we don't get a ton of wrapped up on like Antoinette. And I wanted more about her. I wanted more about like Antoinette
Oh,
had
Antoinette's in the grave, honey. She's dead. Dead, dead,
yes, but
dead.
yes, but I wanted like okay, Antoinette's a piece and like to talk about his relationship more with Antoinette. I would have wanted that to kind of like wrap up his feelings for her, and there was a lot more things I wanted. We just didn't get.
I don't think he ever had feelings for her.
Yes, but I wanted that to kind of be disclosed and be like, I never loved Antoinette, but I love you. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I just wanted there to be more about, I don't know, that like the showdown with Eleanor was really kind of disappointing. Like, because
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. I don't know what I expected in 17 minutes, but
But
um,
yeah.
everything leading up to that was like really, really, really good.
Yes.
And all of a sudden it was like, oh,
Anti-climax.
okay.
Yes.
And then, so now let's like, we literally just fought for our lives against the undead. And now we're going to go and talk about getting married.
Yeah. And
Like
I
in
did.
5 minutes, they're like, okay, let's just go talk about getting married. I'm like, okay.
I did like that moment where they're sitting, where they're just like they're just being themselves, and I really liked that, especially like them just like sitting in front of the fire, and like we're kind of working with Pool, and then suddenly it's like, okay, leave us alone, like get the hell out of here, we don't like you anymore. It's like I was like, what? Like,
Saddle your horse, man. Oh, okay.
and then he just leaves, and it's like I want it more to be resolved.
But I
Um,
agree. I think the part where like he was saying, or she was like, "Oh, you can't marry me because I like this is my disposition, and I have this and I have that and I have this and that and that." And he's like, "Yes, and you forgot about like your obstinacy and your whatever." Yeah, like
yeah,
I was like, "Oh, this is really that's kind of a cute little funny
yeah.
repartee back and forth." Yeah.
And I think that it's sweet to have be like, okay, they're gonna be living like they're just kind of like they're just gonna live at this house and like she might be like maybe she doesn't fit into his society but doesn't they don't really need to like he has his own estate, he has his own property, he has the school, like she has her witchcraft, they don't really need to fit into high society. And I liked that wasn't that big of a deal. He was like, whatever, like dude, we've fought monsters together, we've survived a lot, I don't care what that woman across the street says, you know. I liked that. um Yes. I did think they were kind of similar. She did have a significantly different in the audiobook, had a different voice than she previously had. So maybe she stopped putting on Antoinette's voice and started putting on her own voice. And you were right about that, um how like she'd been dead and had been waiting for someone to find this grandma and bring her back.
I mean, I was trying to think, I'm like, if I had to pick a favorite character, it would probably be Eleanor Montague. I'm like, can I pick the villain as my favorite character?
Yeah.
I was like, I like a woman that plots and plans,
Yeah.
waits for, her revenge to happen. I
Mhm.
like stories like that.
Yeah, and I wanted more from her. Not I wanted more
Yeah,
now,
me too.
but when I was reading it and we were seeing the painting, I was like, I want this to become something.
I wanted at the end, like during the showdown, I think I needed her to be more specific, Eleanor to be more specific about what her end game was, right? Like, what's her plan? Is that me? I'm
I
slicing your
don't know. Maybe it was me with my thumb. I was like,
Oh,
I don't know.
like I still am confused. So she was gonna take over Jane's body and then like live as Jane
And
forever?
marry her grandson, and then
And
do
so that
what?
she could live in her house because it's her house. And then
Yeah,
like,
that
yeah,
wasn't
it's
too
just kind of
specific.
like, where are we going with this? What's your big like, good job getting your plan to this point,
Yeah.
but like what's the goal of like what?
So here's my question: Was Catherine is Mr. Rochester's mom, right? I'm pretty sure Eleanor is his step grandmother, right?
Something like that, yeah. Is
Because
Catherine his mom? Maybe, I don't know.
I thought he said that was his mom's name was Catherine, or like on the tombstone or whatever. And so Catherine, originally cursed Catherine, and then yeah.
I didn't know Dr. Poole's name was George, and at the beginning of this, I was like, "Who's George? Who's she talking about?"
Yeah, I was like, is his like I assumed he was talking about Mr. Rochester. I was like, I don't think that's his name though, but whatever. And then he kind of realized,
She was talking about Poole,
yeah.
Dr.
Also,
Poole, because I was like, "George is not Rochester."
why didn't Poole just tell Jane about this sooner? Like,
Well,
hey,
it's
I
like,
made a
what
mistake.
made
I'm gonna
Poole
leave.
all of a sudden freak out and decide he needed to confess
Yeah.
everything? If
They've been
he was, like, in the library making
making
noise
noises. Yeah.
20 minutes earlier. 20 minutes
Yeah.
earlier, he's in the library making noises, and he was chasing after the cat, and now all of a sudden he's like, "I can't do this anymore."
Because he said that he was like, I'm trapped under her like a lure. I couldn't get out of it. Like she made me run into the forest and chase down the cat. I thought he said that when he first came into the cabin.
But then now he's, like, completely free of her.
Yeah.
So
And she did confirm the thing, I guess, about the cabin where she was like, I used to practice witchcraft there. Which I think is interesting that someone evil practicing witchcraft there wouldn't have an evil vibe to Jane when she was living
I
there.
don't know if she was evil back then, though. I think she
Exactly. Then
turned
what is she doing
evil
now?
when she got burned at the stake, and she was like, "You guys just, like."
I mean, that's fair, to be honest. That's fair.
Yeah. She's like, "I'm just being, I'm Claire Fraser, right? I'm just mixing up my herbs and, got my little garden, and all of a sudden I'm, like, being burned at the stake as a witch."
Is Mrs. Rochester's mom evil, and is Eleanor the main character of the story and the hero? That's the real question we have, right? Like,
I mean,
if I got burned at the stake, I'd be pissed at the people who put me there.
yeah, I would be too.
Rightfully pissed. Mika, I loved that they added. They added though.
I don't
Are you talking
understand.
about the audiobook? Maybe. I don't know. But definitely anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I think it could have been more dramatic if we don't break right before it. Oh, maybe yeah, maybe a little more dramatic.
That's fair. Yeah. It would have had more flow and more whatever. Yeah. Yay for the cat.
Yes. She could she still could open a school. She did, right?
I think she did.
Yeah.
Well, a witch's school. I don't know that.
Witch school, not a regular school.
Not a regular school. You always pick yeah, you can. You can always, I mean, sometimes the villain is the best character. I hardly ever choose the villain. Like, and she was, I mean, she had a reason for being a villain, to be fair, but she was a true villain. Like, it's not like she was, like she reformed herself or that she wasn't really as bad. Everybody thought she was bad. No, this woman was really bad. So
yes.
But clever, very clever. Because she would have had to start that spell book. She would have had to put all of this in motion before she was burned at the stake.
Yeah. Mhm.
She had to be thinking in her head, things are going south here. I need to,
In
like,
case something did, yeah. Mhm.
that's remarkable to me.
Yeah. Which I don't that really doesn't I mean, yes, that is awesome. That's very, like, good forethought? What it's called? Forethought on her part, but why I we could have gotten more details about that. You mean this? Oh my god! I
Wow.
I was never able to make it do that. Christina said
It's
I could make it do that, and
magic.
I was never able to do that. I didn't expect that to happen. You mean
What
the
else can you do?
you can also do this. Can you see
Alright,
that?
then.
Typically it comes up a little thing, but I was never able to. Can you do it? Put with your thumbs up. Let me let you do it. Here you
Nope, nothing happens.
go. Mm. He was in love. Okay, yes. I think that he realized it was not her, not just her gone wrong. Yes. But
Oh,
not her,
wow.
and was able to break free. But he knew that since before Jane even got there that something had gone wrong.
He might not have known that it was Eleanor Montague, though.
I
He
mean, he
might
didn't know it
have
was
just
Eleanor
thought,
Montague, but
like,
he
Antoinette went bad or something.
yeah, he thought she had gone bad or something bad happened. She obviously like he didn't know that yet, but I thought he had known for a while that it wasn't her, but I could be wrong about that. And maybe there was some stuff going on there with him trying to like heal her and stuff like that, but we really didn't get told about it. So I don't know. They added to the original the thought that beauty was more about who a person sees. What a person sees, not what a person looks like. Hmm. So you could see a beautiful person no matter what they look like. Okay, okay. Hmm. Do you mean like person like beauty within like personality is beautiful?
Is this because he lost an eye in the original and they had to,
Oh,
like,
maybe. I don't know.
I'm glad I didn't read the original. And you know what? I don't think I even want to read the original. I like this one.
Yeah. I definitely like I don't know if I don't
Sorry,
know if I want
I
to.
like
It's just not
this
this
one.
is interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um am I saying that right? Maybe we can figure that out. Hey Brittany, how are you? Just popping in to say hi. Yes, we were talking about spoilers about this book club book. Yes. How are you? Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. So maybe it's something that we're not understanding because we haven't read the original. Saying hi, saying hi, saying hi.
Mhm.
Um now make a heart. Okay, so do
Oh,
this
make a
heart.
heart.
Oh
Oh, I love
my gosh. Okay. Woo!
it.
That's really exciting. It only works on Apple products.
I have a Mac. I'm on my MacBook.
Maybe it's the host. Maybe it's like the host. Maybe you could do it the next time. If I put two thumbs down.
I'll try it on Wednesday.
Oh, rain.
Ooh.
That's actually really fun. You could do it on your Mac. Yeah. Okay. Two thumbs down. It rains for a bit. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's so cool. Ooh.
Oh,
And
what
just
does peace sign
what's
do?
a peace sign? This?
This.
Oh, balloons.
Oh.
How did I totally forget what that was? Like as if like a peace sign wasn't like a critical part of my generation. So beautiful means a person. Okay, so a beautiful mean person would be ugly, and an ugly sweet person would be beautiful. Okay, so like inner beauty, not outer physical appearance. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Um. Oh. Oh, he was blind. Oh, he was
Rochester
blind.
had some serious trouble. I feel like the original book was really long, wasn't it?
Really?
No, I feel like there's so much stuff that happened in the original book.
Hmm.
that's different than this, that it seems like it's a really long book, but I don't remember feeling like it was a super long, I don't know. It's not War and Peace, but
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of stuff happened in the original.
So maybe you try it by yourself without me doing it because I was doing it at the same time.
Oh, no, it says just the host. I can't do it.
Not just host.
Oh, not just the host.
Maybe move it closer.
No? Okay, let me do this. Come on, do something.
Maybe if I move you up front, can I do that? No, did it kick me out? Hold on. Let me try this again. Hold on. Can I move you?
I don't know. Maybe my settings aren't, I don't have the right settings or something. How can I
move you to be bigger? It's not working. I don't know how I make you bigger. Solo layout? Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Maybe try it now.
No.
Not working.
No, it's not working.
Darn
it.
Maybe next Wednesday you can try it. Okay, there you go.
I'll try it on Wednesday. I feel like there may be something in my settings that doesn't, that I disabled because I was like, I don't want any crazy stuff going on in my videos.
You would try it next Wednesday.
You see me on a Zoom with a client and all of a sudden, like, the fireworks are going off around my head.
Okay, so it's not just the host. Other people can do it too. Yeah, that was what Jane believed. So Mr. R asked her if she thought he was handsome, and she said something like that. Okay, so yeah, more inner beauty. Yeah. Held it for like a minute.
Who knows why people are attracted to people? Like, there's people that I find unattractive completely who are like, you know, have a date every weekend, right? Because people find them super attractive and they're just not attractive to me. And vice versa. Like, people that I find really attractive, my friends are like, really? And I'm like, oh yeah, I really think he's attractive.
Yeah, definitely. Should have hold it for like a minute for it to do it. I had to hold it for a while. Okay, let's you can leave that there while I go through these comments.
Let me do this for like a minute.
You have to hold it for a bit, but I'm not sure why it isn't working. I think they can be turned off too.
I think I've turned it off somehow. Because I don't want it like showing up on like if I'm on a Zoom call or something. But I'll sit here like an idiot with my thumb in the air.
Katie was talking about that, so I guess you can turn it off. During the pandemic, a teacher.
Yes, I don't want to get stuck as a like some crazy emoji or something.
Okay, I will hold this. Yeah.
It's not working.
No, it's not.
But look how big my hand looks. Doesn't my hand look really big?
Perspective, yeah.
All right, we're done. We're done with this. I cannot make fireworks happen.
Have you seen? No.
I'm sure that I have disabled something.
Yes.
I do not want that to me.
Thank you for being here and reading this book with me. For everyone's comments. I mean, yeah, it's been so fun.
Well, thanks for the people that voted for this book. It was a good one.
Yes, because we certainly didn't vote for it.
No, I didn't vote for it. I read it.
Do we? So I guess I mean it is getting late for y'all. But question: do we want to like? Are we doing a book in February? Or are we like? Do you say we're skipping a month?
Well, look, if we can get, what would we have? 3 sprints to finish a book?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not a cat. Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind doing one in February, or we can wait till March. I may be back in the States in March, and so
Mhm.
I won't be able to do I won't have sprints in March.
Okay.
But that's not booked yet. So
So in February, I'm planning on at least trying to have like a very specific TBR where I'm only going to be reading, yeah, only going to be reading books by favorite authors or in favorite series.
okay. So you're saying
So
if we do in February, we have to read one of your books.
yes, I guess if we were gonna do it, then I would try, I guess, to only read those books. I mean, maybe we could find something random that sounds interesting. That could be like my only exception or something like that. But
We'll read whatever you're reading. We'll pick a book from your set list. So you're reading it anyway.
okay, that
You
works.
want to put your list in the chat thing, and
Yeah.
then we can all have a look and figure out if there's anything there we're interested in,
Okay, that works. Yeah.
or if there's anything there that looks like we could do it as like a reading sprints book club thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, that works. Yeah. If you search "I'm not a cat," lawyer got stuck.
During a court case.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
um,
Yeah. This is what I do not want. I'm glad that it didn't work for me.
yeah. There is also favorite color on the cover, but I'm specifically trying to only read favorite authors. So
Okay, so it means you're gonna read a lot of Nora Roberts.
yes, and some Tanya Kappas as well. So that is a cozy mystery. Maybe we could start in like a first book in a cozy mystery series or something like that. Yeah, there is also 5-star prediction. There's some prompts where you don't have to read favorite authors or favorite series. But we can see. Maybe there is something else that would be interesting. Maybe I'll have like one book outside of that. I don't know. Okay.
Or we can just wait till another month.
Yeah. Hmm. Yes, there is. So there is I think like maybe another prompt where you don't really have to. Okay. So is that it?
I think that's it.
Would have to it would have to be a first book. It would be, yes. And that's why, something like that or something like that, reading things in order. Yes. Mhm.
Christina's like, I can't jump ahead.
I can't either, so I understand that. I mean, our last book was a, first, second in a series without reading book one. So we should not jump ahead.
No.
Okay. Is that everything at the end of the book?
Oh, this was fun.
It
I
really
like
was.
the book club sprints with you guys. It's fun.
Yes. Hmm. I would also prefer to read in order. Um, yeah. There's also favorite setting, which some prompts would work for anything. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for reading with me.
Thank you for reading with me.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for reading with us. And
Yeah.
even Ro that
Mhm.
didn't read, thanks for for chipping in.
Mhm.
It's like you've read it.
Yes. Because you guessed all the plot twists before we did. Yes. Maybe we could read one of the other ones we already voted on as well. So maybe it doesn't have to be a favorite of mine, but it could be. Okay. This was very fun. Yes. So thank you for being
Yeah,
here.
thank you guys.
You're having sprints on Wednesday at the same time, right?
I'm having sprints on Wednesday,
Okay.
noon Eastern.
Okay. That's it. So
You guys in.
yeah. See you then. Bye bye.
Bye.